So, Hannah, it's been about a year since we saw the first Wicked movie.
It has.
And we had never seen Wicked on Broadway.
I had.
Oh, you had? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had never seen
June
Wicked.
3rd, 2007.
I remember we watched the movie and I was under the impression that it was like a legitimate prequel to The Wizard of Oz, the 1930 whatever movie. And I remember just being mad the whole time because I thought they were fucking up the story. I didn't realize until after no one told me that it's more of like a spin-off or like a fanfic kind of thing rather than
Canon.
Canon, thank you.
So that's why you didn't like it? Because I didn't like it because I just didn't like it.
Elva Withrop, I know you're out here. Just come in before the monkeys spot you.
But anyway, we walked into this one. We were determined to be open-minded because we've been having this trend of just hating all the movies that people really like. I don't know why. And I think I told you right before we went in, I was like, Hannah, I think we just have to go in knowing that this is like essentially a kid's movie, not to be degrading to people who like it, but...
But you're all children, just kidding.
No. No, I don't think there is a difference between kids' movies and adult movies.
But I think there's certain passes you might give to something, or like you might be looking at it for more just like fun than for like continuity and checking boxes.
Sure. I think when we watched the first Wicked, we were looking at an audience full of like grown-ass adults. And so, at least for me, I was like, oh, this is like an adult version of The Wizard of Oz. And then it definitely wasn't that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why we didn't particularly like it. But anyway, we watched this movie, we walked out of it, and what'd you think?
I don't know if I'm ready to say I liked it. I don't know if I'm ready to say that. I think I could get there, but I didn't dislike it, which was a big shock for me.
I think I'm ready to say I think I liked it.
Wow.
I mean, I had a revelation like 20 minutes into the movie. I was like, oh, I should pee right now because I don't want to like miss a part of this later.
That's huge.
And then, yeah, I got back and I was like, I was a little invested. Mm-hmm. I wanted to know where the story was going to go because the first movie just took so long to get to where it got. And it felt very like bloated and slow.
And incomplete.
Me.
Yeah.
And incomplete, and it was a part one, so that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, I think I was annoyed at the first one for the fact that it was like a 3-hour half of a movie. So it felt like we got the like incline to the plot, and then it ended. And they're like, come back next year to find out what happens. And I was like, how can they do this? And I'm shocked that more people didn't have a problem with that. But this, I think, like the conclusion is generally more interesting than just like introducing stuff. So I think like I was more prone to like this part of the story.
I think you also had probably a bunch of people who saw the first Wicked were already fans of the musical.
Yeah,
so
and we're just excited that it was...
Yeah, they were like, we don't care, it's a part one.
Yeah.
Whatever. But for us, it was like a little jarring. I mean, I could see now, retrospectively, that...
You're a huge fan now.
I think I need to go back and watch the first one again. I'm never doing that. But I feel like if I watched it again, I would probably like it more than I did the first time.
This is between us, the wizard, and I.
But yeah, I was just kind of watching this movie, and right from the beginning, it felt like, I enjoyed the characters a bit more. Some of them are like still completely one note.
Yeah.
But, Glinda is like, she's kind of funny because her first scene, she's basically like the equivalent of an annoying, like, attention whore influencer kind of girl. Mm-hmm. And that's like her whole personality is she's just like this horribly superficial person and nothing matters. And they don't they don't go so far to develop that much further. Like, there's no scene where she has this, like, really hard decision to make. She just kind of, like, she gets the best of both worlds. She gets to be that person the whole movie, and then also gets to still be friends with Elphaba.
I would have guessed that they would have, like, really turned her into a villain by the end. And they didn't. They were kind of like, this is who she is, and it's fine.
I wonder
Even though, like, most of the problems were her fault, I'd say.
Yeah, I wonder if they were constrained, or if they felt constrained by the fact that they were really trying to make this work as an alternate version of the Wizard of Oz movie, because so much of it really happens exactly the same way. Yeah, it was a pretty bold decision to just not show Dorothy, or like...
I liked that they didn't. I liked the way that was shot, yeah. Yeah, it didn't feel cheap. Like, I think if they showed Dorothy, they risk it feeling like a knockoff, because it's not going to be young Judy Garland.
Well, not even that, but it's so long into the movie before she shows up that I was thinking, like, when the house falls, I was like, are they going to introduce a whole new set of characters now? That would be so strange. But they're like, no, you get it. Like, we've all seen the movie.
Where it intersected and... Yeah. But I think that is what, like, cemented me, like, not disliking this movie. That, like, it and, you know, perhaps this is the point all along, and, like, here I am realizing it, but, like, it's interesting to find out what was going on in Oz while, like, we're only seeing Dorothy's perspective in the other one. And I wish that, like, I mean, my dream, if I could be John M. Chu or whatever and redo the past couple years, I just wish this was like 1 3-hour movie. And they would have made a lot less money, so of course they wouldn't have done that. But I wish it was 1 3-hour movie, and I wish that was, like, more of a thing throughout the entire thing. It's like, maybe, you have the introduction, you learn a little bit about, like, you learn enough about what goes on there to have the context for the inciting incident, which in my fantasy would be the house falling in.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's way too late. What are you talking about? No, stop that.
What is it?
Yeah, I just enjoyed how the plot kept evolving in this movie. It felt like there were just, like, interesting little twists and turns that I didn't expect. I like that the royalty guy, the prince guy...
Fiyero.
I like that Fiyero chose to fuck Elphaba in her little swamp shack. And
then the next day, Elphaba was like, why are you mad that the guy you were literally about to marry fucked me last night? Why are you mad about that?
Yeah, but the other thing that I like, though, is that whole relationship, like, it gets to that point, and I'm like, okay, Glinda's going to be really mad at Elphaba now, and that's how they break up. But that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
They completely subvert that, and I thought
And the fighting scene, where they're kind of, like, fighting.
Uh-huh.
I like that. I felt like the first movie, not to keep talking about it, had so much, like, goofiness that, like, I didn't really appreciate each instance of it, but this movie had less of a goofy tone, so I did like the levity of that scene.
I'm a little mixed on that one.
Okay.
But that's fine. I was thinking during it, I was like, like, I kind of wish this got darker, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, it's a kid's movie.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like Glinda's character is, like, comic relief. And the first movie was so much about her that it was just comic relief every second. And this, I was able to appreciate her more because there was less of her.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant world.
At the end of the day, all the little story beats were interesting. It didn't get super dark or anything, but I just liked that it never got stupid. Like, every decision someone makes was, like, something that made sense for the character.
Right.
Even if it meant that you're dealing with a bunch of, like, one-dimensional villains. Like, Jeff Goldblum just fucking hates cute animals. He's like, fuck you, all the animals go in cages. Which is a great way to explain discrimination to, like, 5-year-olds. You're like, see? Don't do that, guys.
And propaganda.
Yeah.
The one thing that I thought was a little weird... Sorry, do you want to do first?
Well, you said propaganda. I liked his little song where he was explaining to the audience that if you just lie enough, that, you'll just win everybody over. He was like, it doesn't matter what you say, they're just going to believe me because they're all in a cult. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That can relate a little bit to modern times here in America.
Yeah, propaganda is a hell of a drug. You know, I thought it was a little weird when Nessa and Bach broke up and then she like outlawed Munchkins leaving the land. I'm like, that's a really fucked up thing to do.
How do they know who are the Munchkins? Aren't they all the same size?
It's the curly red hair.
Oh, that's what Munchkins are?
I'm pretty sure that all of them had curly red hair. And they were dressed like the bandits in Snow White.
Well, in that case, I don't think it was fucked up at all. I don't like curly red-haired people.
But you want them to stay then? Wouldn't you want them to leave?
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
No, but I thought that was pretty mean. It's like they break up, so then she's like, I'm gonna take your rights away. Like, that's a really cruel thing to do.
Maybe Elphaba wasn't the wicked one after all.
Yeah. And that would have been an interesting turn of events.
Well, but it's there. They didn't have to spell it out for you. It's like in Frankenstein, there's that line where the guy's like, he says to Victor, he's like, you are the monster, like as he dies. And it's like, they didn't do that in this movie. I was so surprised.
Yeah, a lot of the characters had like, they had a little bit of depth to them. I think the one with the least depth is probably Elphaba, because I feel like she is just like good and misunderstood. Overall, I felt like she did always make the right decision.
There was some similarities with Frankenstein. Elphaba was very similar to the monster.
Oh yeah, she's the outcast that's no one understands.
Yeah, and she keeps getting blamed for shit. But I will say, in Frankenstein, the monster does all these things in self-defense and gets blamed for it. And then in this movie, it was just a little bit more interesting because Elphaba was always trying to help someone and wound up turning them into very, very specific weird creatures through magic. And then she got blamed for it.
You can say I've been changed for the better.
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, the movie almost lost me at the end because I was expecting Elphaba to kill herself. I thought she was going to do the ice bucket challenge and just kind of like, and then that was going to be the end. And I was like, why are we glorifying like giving up and dying, you know?
It was murder.
Well,
She didn't pour it on herself.
kind of, but I mean, it did feel like her character was giving up. But then the reveal came that she was still alive. And normally that kind of thing would maybe bother me a little bit, but it felt right for the story. It felt like that actually makes sense. She's just faked her death to go into hiding.
I was thinking also that like when they first mentioned her thing with water, I was like, oh yeah, like that's part of the story. And I'm like, it's like she's allergic to water and like that's never come up or like whatever. And I liked the fact that it was just like propaganda that she was allergic to water and she's like actually not, like it was fine.
Yeah, I was ready to be upset about that too. Every single time I thought something would annoy me, they subverted my expectations.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, we have to accept the fact that like we saw her melt down, but actually she got into the trapdoor. And like whatever, I'll accept that.
For a while there, I thought you changed.
I have changed.
It's time.
For both of us.
To fly!
But I do have some major breaking news.
Oh.
Right before we started filming, you were on your way, and I decided to open up Reddit and see what people thought of the new Wicked movie. And pretty much unanimously, by a huge majority, everyone said it's not as good as the first one. And I swear to God, we are not trying to be these people. We had no idea. I just looked this up, and that was the consensus. And it's like everything's getting upvoted like 900 times. And I was like, what the fuck? Why can't we win one?
Yeah.
Why can't we just
Yeah,
be on...
like we came, like we joined everyone's side for this one.
I know. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And again, you know, maybe we have to rewatch the first... I'm not going to rewatch the first one. We're not going to do it. But I'm sure if I did rewatch the first one, I would have a different opinion of it. Yeah, a lot of people said that this story was rushed. And I was like, I don't really think so.
I
I
don't think
wouldn't
so
want this
either.
to be any longer. This was like almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I feel like it accomplished what it needed to.
Yeah.
And it was exciting. Like there was stuff happening. And like the stuff happening, I think it would have been worse if they dragged it out more.
And you do have like the villains are cartoonishly evil.
Yeah.
Both Jeff Goldblum and the Asian lady, and I guess the wheelchair lady. Mm-hmm. Wanting to lock up all the munchkins.
I think you should say that again.
Wheelchair lady wants to lock up all the munchkins, Jeff Goldblum wants to cage the animals, and the Asian lady wants to drop houses on people in wheelchairs. Really fucked up.
Really fucked up.
And it's like, why do you want to do that? Because otherwise...
Oh, it was to draw Elphaba back.
Yeah.
And what was their plan? Were they going to kill her?
Well, they sent Dorothy and everyone else
I
to
guess they
kill
did.
her. Also, aren't you like the ruler of a city? Don't you have some guards you could just say like, hey, can you kill the witch? And doesn't the Asian
And there
lady...
were the guards.
The Asian lady makes tornadoes appear. Why is she trusting like a 12-year-old girl and a walking scarecrow and a tin guy
Right.
and a really scared lion to kill the witch?
Yeah, couldn't
it's
she
like
just kill her with
put
magic?
put a tornado on her
Yeah.
and then she'll fly up the tornado.
Drop a boulder onto her head.
Yeah.
Drop the house onto her.
Yeah, just get another house and drop.
Yeah.
You know what? This movie sucks. This doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And because I watched it, I have been changed for good.
What?
Because
What are you saying?
Because I watched it.
What?
What?
Because you watched it,
What?
you've been what?
What?
What are you saying?
What?